So that car is on that westbound side. So let me take you in and show you what we have here on our first alert traffic maps here. So as we kind of look a little bit closer, so this is going to be on that westbound side. So for those who are trying to come in from Orangeburg and trying to get into the city of Columbia, you're going to run into some delays. The best thing is going to be for you to just stay on Highway 21, which would take you all the way into Columbia if you needed to do that. And so if not, when you start to move out of Orangeburg, you probably want to get off on Burke Road, and that's the road that could take you to Highway 21 as well. So that's probably going to be your best plan of action if you're trying to avoid that area coming from Orangeburg or from areas down near Holly Hill if you're trying to get into Columbia. So keep that in mind for your travels for, I'd say, about the next hour or two, because even after it's cleared up, sometimes you often still have that lag behind with that slower traffic. All right, let's talk about your first alert weather forecast here. So we're still tracking a lake wind advisory. It is a little bit breezy out there, right? So all of the areas shaded in the brown, you have a lake wind advisory. That means we could see wind speeds going as high as about 35 to 40 miles per hour through the course of the day. This advisory stays in place for us until 8 o'clock. So what are the winds doing now? Well, in Columbia, they're at 17 miles per hour along with Sumter, 18 miles per hour for us in Lexington, 14 in and around Orangeburg, 10 Winnsboro, and 17 in Newberry. For the remainder of the day, we're going to see those wind gusts staying pretty high through about 2 o'clock, as high as 37 miles per hour. So very breezy for us here, and then probably starting to cycle down to the 20s by the time we get to that 5 and 6 o'clock time frame. So still staying windy, but we see it relaxing just a little bit as we head into the evening hours. The morning temperatures will really respond to this cold air moving in, right? 41 tomorrow morning when you wake up, 39 Saturday morning, and 40 Sunday morning. It does start to improve after that. We do see the temperatures starting to warm up for those morning lows. So since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about those seasonal averages. Spring is already here. The average last freeze, now this is on average, usually happens about March 23rd. We're well past that, right? Now the average last frost could happen on April 5th. That's the average day. Guess what? There was a record. May 8th, that was in 1989. That means in May, on the 8th, they woke up to frost in 1989. So that is the record for the latest time that frost was found in our area. So we're getting pretty close to our average last frost. Even though what we're going to see early Saturday morning may not be widespread frost, we could record one or two areas maybe seeing some spotty frost here and there. And this is certainly good information for those of you who may have already done some planting on Good Friday, and you're kind of thinking about what if. So if so, go ahead and cover up your sensitive vegetation. Staying cool for us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the 60s. Here's the first alert 10-day forecast. Breezy today at 64. We're seeing about 66 for you Friday and Saturday. And then into next week, we'll be tracking several days where you'll need the umbrella.